Here at Dirtbike Magazine, we're really excited to introduce a brand new series for us here in 2017. We're calling it the 17s, but it's going to focus on all the 2017 450cc off-road closed course competition machines. We had a little bit of time on the pre-production model. You might have seen our cover a couple months ago. This is the full-blown production version, and we can't wait to ride it. So Honda has the R model and the X model. The X model is still available. This just bridges the gap between the R model and the X model. And what we mean by bridging that gap is this model is based off the R model. Frames, swing arm, plastics, engines, suspension. There are differences though. Here is what we found out. Revised engine mapping for off-road specific use. In the suspension department, there's different valving and different spring rates in both the fork and the shock. It has a larger tank with more fuel capacity, an 18-inch rear wheel. The tires are spec'd out for off-road use with the Dunlop Geomax AT81s, both front and rear. The rear sprocket is 1 tooth larger and a full coverage skid plate. It still has the mode select button just like the motocross model on the left-hand side of the handlebars. And the one thing that we're all excited about, it's got an electric start. And of course, topping it all off is the kickstand because it is an off-road specific model. We got our first day of testing under our belt on the brand new CRF 450RX. Basically, Honda has built a project bike that we've been building for the last 4 years. They got a bigger tank, they got an 18-inch rear wheel, and they've done a really good job. The suspension's softer than the motocross model, the valving's a little different, but it does work well off-road. As a matter of fact, one of our test riders does ride Honda off-road bikes, and he says it's very similar to his race bike and how it feels and how it reacts. The clutch is still not a strong point of this motorcycle, just like in the motocross model. It's got a really vague feel, and it's hard to know when it actually engages and when it disengages. Therefore, when you're on really tight technical trails, you overuse the clutch. It makes the bike run hotter than normal, and in some cases, it will boil over. The power delivery on the RX is a little bit softer than the motocross model. It's not as jumpy right off bottom, making it easier to control on trails. The full wraparound skid plate is a nice addition to the RX model. We used it a few times on our first day of riding. It's nice that Honda has included this part in stock trim. And probably one of our favorite things on the new machine is the electric start. Again, this is our first day of testing on the machine. We look forward to putting a lot more time on it. For the complete in-depth test, check out an upcoming issue of Dirtbike Magazine. And as always, for all the latest motocross and off-road industry news, check out dirtbikemagazine.com.